Welcome to the whatever.
The Ride or Die Podcast.
Yeah.
Say it.
The Ride or Die Podcast.
Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ride or Die Podcast. All right, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to state one thing. This podcast, I'm changing it up a little bit. I know it's been a while since I did it, but I'm going to change it up the way I do it. I'm not going to be talking to an audience because the audience is not what this is made for. Now, if people continue listening to this or watching this, cool, I'm down. I appreciate any support or any info. If I'm doing stuff right or wrong, that's cool. I love that idea. I'm totally open with that. But this podcast was originally created for me to leave something for my daughter. So from now on, I'm going to be speaking to my daughter. So that being said, hey, sweetheart, how are you? The date is Sunday the 20th of, I don't know, April. I think we're in April. But yeah, so you just turned 11 here in February. I thought it was a couple weeks ago, but it's almost last month. And you're just turning to be such a sweet little girl, and I'm proud of you. I'm always proud of you. I think you have a very good head on your shoulders. I think you're wise beyond your years. So where do I go from here? So we've talked about this. I definitely took a new direction in life, and I quit the oil field about 7 weeks ago, I bet. And it's been interesting. So I guess I should start from the start, from when I quit, why I quit the oil field. So I wasn't happy in the oil field. I was making good money and I just wasn't happy. And something happened out there when I was kind of like, excuse my language, I was like, fuck this place. Like, I am out, done, can't do it. I got off work. I put my little resume on the internet. Then all of a sudden some guy called me. He's like, hey, I do this. Would you be interested in this? And we went back and forth for some interviews, which the interview was actually pretty good because I must have impressed him, because he actually gave me Vikings tickets for me to take you. And we went to that Vikings game, and that was a lot of fun. So I was like, well, if this guy's going to treat me that well, yeah, I'm going to take the job. Like, I'm not making it as much money as I would be, but it's all right. Like, I'm going to be home. And I'll tell you right now, like, no, I don't make as much money. I actually make far less money as well. I was making six figures in the oil field, only working half the year. And I'm not even making anything close to that right now, which is all right. But the idea is, like, I've had a lot of people tell me, keep the easy route, do the easy thing, Matthew, just tough it out. And I'm like, I don't want to tough it out. I don't. I'm over toughing it out. And I realize that money ain't shit. Money only impresses losers. No offense to all your losers out there, but money only impresses losers. And I used to be a loser. I thought money was the most important thing. I didn't have my priorities straight. I was so miserable making money. And now that I don't make as much money, I could not be any happier. I am completely satisfied with having just a normal life. And it is so surreal. Is that the word? Surreal, that my mind frame and my body and my energy has completely changed ever since I started this new job. Like, the job is all right. Like, job's like, like, I'm just a technician. I go fix stuff. I'm not going to get in all the information what I do with my life, but I just go around towns and other towns and fix stuff. And I'm good at it, probably because I'm good at everything. But it's so interesting that, like, and it gets hard. Like, there's one day where I had to go out of town all day long, and I couldn't come home for lunch to feed Broly, and I kind of panicked a little bit. I panicked too quickly. And I texted a bunch of people. I'm like, hey, can anybody take Broly out for lunch? And there's some people I probably shouldn't have texted, and that's my fault. But I told myself, I'm like, Matthew, why are you asking for help? You're not one to ask for help. So after I had to text a couple of people back and say, hey, I found something else for Broly, some people are like, okay, some people are mad. I am definitely sorry about that. I should have never contacted anybody about that. I should have stopped and think, okay, like, what are you going to do? Like, I should have tried to figure it out before I reached my hands out. And I did figure it out, and it actually made my day a lot worse because I brought him with, and I should have never did that. But I figured it out. And if I get my hand slapped for it, whatever. Broly's my homie. So, but there's a lot of days where I lay in bed. I'm like, just thinking like, is this all worth it? Is this not making money? The whole anxiety of having a dream that might not even pan out, and just all the stuff that I've lost and the things that I've, the bad things that I've gained from this idea in my head that I want my own company. And because let's be realistic. In my mind, I've lost friendships over this. I've lost a relationship over this. I've gained anxiety. I've had a bunch of negative comments like, don't do this, stay in the oil field, just a lot of naysayers. And like, maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. Maybe they are right. Maybe I won't work out. Maybe I'm just another loser that's going to try something and fail and give up. But I'm not one to give up. I never have been. And I hope you see this in me one day, that I don't give up. And, my biggest motivation is you. Like all those negative people in my life that whatever, like that's my negative motivation. Like that's the stuff that I'm going to prove people wrong. And I always do. But you're the only positive motivation I have in my life. Like I've got a lot of friends and stuff like that are cheering me on, but they're not in my life. You are. Like they don't go to home and go to bed and think about me. You tell me you think about me. You tell me that I'm always in your dreams, even if I'm not doing anything. I'm just standing in the corner, which is such a weird thing to me, that when you dream, I'm always in there, just doing nothing, just watching over you, and that makes me happy. Even though I'm a creep in your dreams, I'm that creepy dad in your in your dreams. Creep dad. But I'm not going to give up. Like, what's the point of giving up? The only guaranteed way to fail is to give up. And honestly, I've never failed at anything in my life. And failure is just a word of failure is just a word if I don't learn something from it. And I'm telling you right now, like this is hard. Like it is super hard. And like some days I do want to give up. Some days I don't want to wake up at 4:30 and pray, because like, is God even listening? I don't know. Some days I don't want to get done praying and go work out. But if I don't work out, no one's going to work out for me. You got to do it yourself. You got to rely on yourself. You got to trust yourself. You got to be loyal to yourself. And speaking of loyalty, there's only 3 things I'm truly loyal to these days. And I cannot believe it took me this long to figure this out. But one is Broly. Well, he's actually number 3. Number 1 is me, because if I can't be loyal to myself, how can I be loyal to anybody else? And that's a real thought. Think about it. If I can't be loyal to myself, how can I be loyal to somebody else? And you, sweetheart, you're my number 2. Because if I can't be loyal to myself, I can't be loyal to you. And honestly, I haven't been real loyal to you. There's a lot of things that I'd love to say on the internet or on this microphone, so you can hear it in whenever you listen or watch this. But I don't want to. But I will tell you, I'm not loyal to you. I haven't been loyal to you because the day you were born is the day I should have quit the oil field. And I am so sorry. I can't believe it took me 12 years to realize that money isn't shit. It took me 12 years to realize my time with you and other people, that's life. My time to myself is life. Not time away, time home with the people you love and the things you love to do. And money, yeah, it makes life easy, but it's not everything. And I hope you realize that too. A lot sooner than I did at 36 years old. I'm pretty embarrassed, super embarrassed. It's but it is what it is, and I just want to tell you I'm sorry. I'm actually fairly embarrassed that it took me this long to realize how important my time is with you, because I could have been spending a lot more time with you if I did things right. Not saying I did things wrong. I'm just saying I could have did it better, and I wish I would have. But that's all right. I'm learning now. It took me a long time, but I finally got my priorities straight. I don't allow negative people in my life. I don't allow drama in my life. I don't get distracted by lustful things, we'll say. I just don't need the I wants. I know what I need. And it's that took me a while to actually break that completely down and make me believe what I need to believe. And some people think it's it's silly and whatnot, but I figure a diet, what you put in your mind is like a diet, right? If you only eat ice creams and sweets, all you're going to do is get fat. If I only put stupid shit in my head, all I'm going to do is worry about that. And that's why I think working out and praying has been, a game changer, because I got so much energy. Like, honestly, like 4:30 to 11 o'clock, that's my day. 4:30 to 11 o'clock, that is my day. Every day until Saturday and Sunday. And I love it. I've slept way too much, and I'm not going to sleep anymore, because I know if I'm sleeping, there's somebody out there that's not, and I'm not second to anybody, and I'm definitely going to work. My work ethic is definitely going to show that. But I'm just excited. Like, I'm excited for this new journey. I'm excited for this new path, however you want to say it. I'm terrified. Don't get me wrong. I am absolutely terrified of what's going on in my life right now, because I don't know if it's going to work out. But I know if I believe in myself, it's going to work out. I know if you believe me, it's going to work out. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep practicing. I get my FFL here in hopefully 2 weeks, where I can actually open shop back up and just go to work. I'm excited, and I wish I would have did this a long time ago, and it just kind of sucks that I'm only starting to do it now. But I'm still young. I'm 36. I feel younger than most 20-year-olds, so I must be doing something right. But I'm going to leave that at that. Sweetheart, I love you. I'll see you next Sunday. Well, I post them on Mondays. So, but yeah, I love you, sweetheart. See you next week. I love everybody else too. You're all awesome. Awesome. Okay, I'm gone.